Greetings, gentlemen. Ready to challenge your intellect and shake up some of your ingrained beliefs? Today, let's dive into a thought-provoking journey, exploring the depths of human psychology, and perhaps, you become a bit wiser by the end. Imagine this. You've just tuned in to learn about The Prince by Machiavelli, a topic complex enough to whirl any seasoned thinker. Yet, what often transpires in discussions around such intense subjects? A blatant simplification of complicated concepts, that's what. We're programmed to prevent our brains from overexerting themselves, and the tool we subconsciously reach for is cognitive ease. Now, cognitive ease prompts our mind to dodge the rigorous mental gymnastics needed to dissect hefty ideas like, is it beneficial for a prince to forego his goodness? Instead, we cut corners and swap it with something elementary like, do I even appreciate Machiavelli? See the disconnect here? Our preferences for Machiavelli bear no weight on the real query. Recognizing this substitution is the first step towards tackling our biases. Shifting gears, let's delve into confirmation bias. The story unfolds with my buddy passionately touting the virtues of coconut oil, yet clueless as to why. Upon investigation, rather than probing objectively, he only seeks information that confirms his pre-existing beliefs. Typing "Why is coconut oil good for you?" instead of "Is coconut oil beneficial?" clearly illustrates this bias. To earnestly search for truth, question your beliefs without being swayed by preconception 7 against the most revered figures or ideas. This brings us to an intriguing psychological phenomenon, the endowment effect. It's funny, right? Observing how people can be enchanted by ludicrous beliefs and not bat an eye unless those beliefs are our own. Take Catholics, for example. Their traditions might seem outlandish from an outside perspective. Yet, isn't everyone subject to overvaluing what they personally own or believe? Overestimating the worth of items or ideologies simply because they're yours is an error in judgment we're all guilty of. So, what's the remedy to this bias cocktail? Firstly, confront complex questions without dumbing them down. Second, conduct unbiased research. Commence with a question, not an answer. Lastly, evaluate the true value of things in your life devoid of personal bias, be it a car, your country, or your creed. Entertain the possibility that your attachment might just be a byproduct of the endowment effect. It's essential to realize that personal biases like these can impact significant aspects of our lives. From personal finance management, where we might overvalue our own investment choices, to making crucial decisions like selling a house, opting for a specific insurance, or even choosing an attorney. Being aware of potential biases is crucial in digital marketing strategies, legal decisions, and when considering loans or mortgage options. It can literally be the difference between making a wise investment and falling prey to our psychological leanings. For the astute among us, staying updated on the latest in software, real estate, and online banking innovations can bolster our defenses against these mental traps. Keeping an eye on evolving marketing and advertisement tactics helps you spot when you might be influenced unduly due to cognitive biases. And gentlemen, let's be real, terms like divine masculine, wisdom speaks, or modern life dating are not just fancy buzzwords but encapsulate a much deeper quest for self-improvement and personal growth. Embrace strategies like monk mode and semen retention to unlock levels of focus and magnetism you didn't know existed. Through this journey today, if you're nodding in recognition of these psychological pitfalls, that's a step towards self-awareness, a path many dare to take. Remember, understanding cognitive biases is only half the battle. Implementing strategies like lifelong learning, investment in personal growth, and discerning thinking in areas like finance and investing can make a tangible difference. Now, if this revelation struck a chord with you, let's aim for a collective intellect boost. Take a moment, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and smash the notification bell. By doing so, you're not just supporting this channel. You're embarking on a journey to attain wisdom beyond ordinary measures and dominate in fields such as finance, investing, and real estate. Before bidding you adieu, question yourself, what actionable steps can you take from our discussion today? Consider giving a tip commensurate with the value you've received. A gesture that supports the continued exploration of profound insights. Find the link in the description. Remember, gentlemen, knowledge is not just power, it's wisdom. Here's to you becoming the strongest, most successful version of yourself. Until next time, think clearly, challenge norms, and may your decisions be ever in your favor. Imagine settling in for a movie and just as the action ramps up, the film cuts to credits. That's how critical the first few words are. They're the spark that sets off an explosion of interest. Surprise, drama, intrigue. These are the elements I'm about to weave into our conversation that will not just pique your curiosity, but demand it. Stay tuned to discover a psychological toolkit that could significantly pivot your life's compass. Let's immediately delve into the realm of the unseen forces that shape our decisions, the psychological phenomenon of priming. Picture this scenario. I engage you in a conversation about impeccable hygiene, then present the incomplete word so_p. You're likely to insert an A, having your thoughts steered towards soap. Conversely, shift the prior chat to mouthwatering dishes and so_p becomes soup. This malleability in our thought process is priming at work. It's incredibly subtle, yet its influence weaves through our choices without our conscious awareness. The implications are everywhere. Take a wine shop experiment I came across. Tracks of French chansons one day and German Volksmusik the next subtly nudged customers' wine preferences to match the country of the music. This same principle explains why health-focused stores welcome you with a cornucopia of fresh produce. It's not just aesthetics. It's psychology in motion, nudging your choices towards freshness, wellness. Next up is the halo effect, where admiration towards a person or thing can tint our perceptions gold, regardless of the reality. Ever found someone's mediocre joke to be side-splittingly hilarious, simply because you admire them? Or perhaps, granted leniency to a misstep from a friend, yet condemned the same from a stranger? This isn't rational, it's the halo effect casting its spell. Be wary of how it can cloud judgment, even in serious circumstances such as courtroom verdicts. Ever slapped your forehead exclaiming, "I knew it," after an event has unfolded? That's the hindsight bias, where we trick ourselves into believing we saw it all along. It morphs us into post-event prophets, boasting about our prophetic abilities that, frankly, don't exist. Caution. This bias can turn from slightly irritating to downright harmful when it leads to blaming others for not seeing the obvious. Always remember, hindsight is 20/20, foresight, not so much. Harnessing these three insights, priming subtle nudges, the halo effect's blinding shine, and the dangerous certainty of hindsight bias, equips you with powerful lenses to view the world and your interactions within it. Become aware, question the judgments you make, bring forth clarity, and lead your life with insight, not just instinct. Now, if you're seeking to steer your life a notch above the rest, I urge you to engage further with what we discuss here. You've got what it takes to evolve, enhance, and excel. Show your commitment to your personal growth by subscribing, liking, and ringing that notification bell. By doing so, you're not just supporting this platform. You're taking a concrete step towards harnessing the insights that can positively impact your life. Now, let's talk about actionable steps you can incorporate into your daily life. From understanding how to set up your environment for success to learning how to decipher bias in advice, this knowledge isn't just for contemplation, it's for action. Firstly, become aware of priming in your daily environment. The music in stores, the images in advertisements, even the color scheme of a room can influence your emotions and decisions. Take charge of what influences you by curating an environment that aligns with your goals. Play uplifting music while working on a project, put up inspiring art in your living space, or use apps that limit distracting content on your digital devices. Control the subconscious cues that prime your behavior. Regarding the halo effect, practice critical thinking when evaluating information, especially from people you admire. Develop a mental checklist for judging advice. Is this logical? Is it backed by evidence? Would I accept this from someone I'm neutral towards? Reach out for second opinions and diversify your sources of inspiration. That way, you won't fall into the trap of pedestalizing individuals and missing out on valuable insight from less charismatic, yet equally knowledgeable sources. And the hindsight bias, it's time to debunk the myth of your infallibility. Keep a journal of your predictions, business ventures, social dynamics, personal outcomes. Track their accuracy to develop a realistic view of your foresight. This humble pie will make you more empathetic towards the judgments and decisions of others, as well as make you a more grounded decision maker. To wrap up, these insights are mere starting points on a journey toward a more thoughtful and intentional existence. Reflect on how you've been primed today, how the halo effect might have tinted your interactions, and if hindsight bias has skewed your view of past events. And to those of you who have gleaned value from today's discourse, feel free to express gratitude proportionate to your newfound knowledge through a kind gesture in the description. Now, I challenge you. Tell me, which of these psychological principles resonated the most with you and how will you integrate it into your life? Make a commitment, take action, and let's continue this pathway to becoming the strongest, most insightful versions of ourselves.